Here's some harsh truths about studying for your first Calc 1 exam. And I know what I'm about to say is going to sound like a lot of work, but I promise you, if you can listen to this advice, you'll do great on your exam. If you've set aside 3 hours the night before the exam to study and get ready for the exam, you're too late. You needed to start studying earlier. If you really want to do well on your Calc 1 exam, you got to start studying ideally a week before the exam. Set aside an hour and a half every day to start going over old problems, start going over old exam questions, because you need time to digest these ideas. You can't cram it all the night before and think you're going to do well on the tests. Also, looking at solutions to a practice exam will not help you. You have to do the problems yourself. Firstly, most professors don't even give you a practice exam, much less the solutions. But even if they did, reading someone else's solution to a problem is not a recipe for success. You will read it and you will think you understand it, but then when you have to go onto exam and reproduce it, you won't really remember exactly what's going on. You'll be trying to just mimic what you saw instead of actually having understood the material from doing the exam yourself. So if you are lucky enough that your teacher gives you a practice exam, you got to do all of those problems by yourself without looking at the book, without looking at a solution, because that's the way you can actually get better. And finally, even if you can do every question on the review sheet, you're not done studying, because there's going to be a question on the exam that you haven't really seen before. There's too much stuff in calculus to talk about everything in class. So there's probably a question that you maybe saw in the homework once, or that you talked about in passing on the class, but it's kind of an important topic that will come back again. It won't be a big part, but there's going to be something on that test that if you haven't really studied everything you've covered, you're going to get wrong. So make sure you look back at all your class notes. Make sure you look at all the homeworks that you did and really understand every single part. I know it sounds hard. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but trust me, if you can put in that effort, your grade will reflect it. You're going to do well on the exam. You're going to know the material, and it'll set you up for success for the rest of the semester. And if you need any help, leave me a comment. Tell me what you want me to make a video about. Tell me what you want me to help you with, and I'll try to do that before your exam coming up. All right? You got this. Good luck.